Hey guys, we are by a historic site at Minidoka Relocation Camp Center located in Hunts, Idaho. Thousands of Japanese Americans were relocated here during World War II. This is a sad part of American history. Now we're gonna explore it and learn its history. Let's go! Across the lonely desert plains of southern Idaho, surrounded by sagebrush, wind, and endless open skies, stands a place many Americans once tried to forget. Today, it is known as Minidoka National Historic Site, a haunting reminder of one of the darkest chapters in American history. During World War II, more than 13,000 Japanese Americans were imprisoned here, not because of crimes they committed, but simply because of their ancestry. This is the story of Minidoka. The fear after Pearl Harbor. December 7, 1941. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, plunging the United States into World War II. Fear spread rapidly across the country, especially along the West Coast. Suspicion quickly turned into discrimination against Japanese Americans, many of whom had lived in the United States for generations. In February 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066. The order gave the government authority to forcibly remove Japanese Americans from their homes. More than 120,000 people were uprooted from their lives. Families lost businesses, farms, homes, and possessions. Many had only days to pack before being sent away under military guard. Building Minidoka. One of the camps created to imprison Japanese Americans was Minidoka. Built in the deserts of southern Idaho near the Snake River. Construction began in 1942. The government transformed empty farmland into a massive detention center, covering more than 33,000 acres. Rows of hastily built wooden barracks stretch across the dusty landscape. Barbed wire fences surrounded the camp, while armed guards watched from tall towers. At its peak, nearly 9,400 people lived inside, making it one of Idaho's largest communities during the war. Most prisoners came from Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and California. They arrived by train carrying only what they could hold in their hands. For many families, the first sight of Minidoka was unforgettable. Endless dust, unfinished buildings, and isolation in the Idaho desert. The entrance gate. It was a constant reminder that Japanese Americans imprisoned here had lost their freedom, despite being loyal U.S. citizens. The gate was the camp's most heavily guarded area, where military police monitored all movement in and out. Visitors and internees waited in the reception building for clearance, while armed guards ensured strict control over the camp. Guard Tower. There were once 8 guard towers that lined the camp as symbols of prejudice, wartime hysteria, and imprisonment, reminding 13,000 Japanese Americans of their lost freedom. Though the originals disappeared, a replica built in 2014 by Boise State University students now honors that history and the memories of former internees. Northside Canal. It reminded internees of the rivers and waterways of the Pacific Northwest they once called home. Many spent quiet hours along its banks, finding comfort in the flowing water and brief escape from the hardships of camp life. Some even fished the canal, turning small catches into moments of hope and normalcy. Life inside the camp. The Visitor Center. Life at Minidoka was harsh. The barracks offered little privacy. Families were forced to live together in cramped single-room units with tin walls and cold stoves. Summers brought dust storms and intense heat, while winters covered the camp in freezing snow and wind. Yet, despite the injustice, the people imprisoned at Minidoka worked to build a community. Children attended school, residents planted gardens and trees to soften the barren desert landscape. Churches formed, baseball games entertained crowds, newspapers were printed inside the camp, and families celebrated weddings and cultural traditions. Even behind barbed wire, people search for ways to preserve dignity and hope. The center features exhibits, photographs, personal artifacts, and oral histories that share the experiences of over 13,000 Japanese Americans who were forcibly removed from their homes and confined at Minidoka between 1942 to 45. Through interactive displays and preserved landscapes, the center honors the resilience of those incarcerated while educating visitors about the importance of civil liberties, justice, and remembrance in American history. There is also a small gift shop. The barracks and mess halls. This is Block 22. Like all 35 residential blocks at Minidoka, it contained barracks, a mess hall, a recreation hall, and a central H-shaped bathhouse and bathrooms, showers, and laundry. In Block 22, only 6 barracks were used for housing. The rest were converted into offices and church spaces. Built quickly in a military style, the simple wooden structures sat on concrete piers with dark paper walls, each room containing a single light bulb and a cold stove. forced from their West Coast homes, internees could bring only what they could carry. The barracks apartments contained little more than army cots, blankets, bare floors, unpainted walls, and a single hanging light bulb. Families had to acquire their own furniture, bedding, and curtains, despite the harsh conditions and uncertainty. Many held firmly to the Japanese phrase, "Shikata ga nai," there is nothing we can do about it, so make the best of it. Baseball field. Introduced to Japan in the 1870s, it was embraced by many Issei immigrants who brought the game with them to the United States. In Minidoka, it became a source of normalcy and morale for incarcerated Japanese Americans, with all 10 camps building fields and farming teams and leagues. About 13,000 residents played on 14 fields spread across the camp, including men, women, and children. Minidoka Irrigator described the baseball as a vital to daily life, especially for older men, helping prevent idleness and boosting community spirit. Swimming hole. This area in front of us was once a swimming hole built by internees to escape the dust and monotony of camp life. Measuring 20 feet wide, 200 feet long, and 5 to 9 feet deep, it became a popular gathering place. After 2 boys drowned in the nearby Northside Canal in 1943, residents created the safer alternative. Children learned to swim here, and adults found comfort in one of the few features that evoke memories of home. Serving a country that imprisoned them. One of the most remarkable parts of the Minidoka story came from the young men who volunteered to serve the U.S. military while their families remained imprisoned. The unit will become one of the most decorated military units in American history. Hundreds from Minidoka joined the famed 442nd Regimental Combat Team. These soldiers fought bravely across Europe, proving their loyalty to a country that had stripped them of their freedom. Their sacrifices revealed a painful contradiction in American history, fighting for liberty abroad while denying it at home. Honor Roll. Nearly every relocation center had an honor roll listing Japanese American internees serving in World War II. Minidoka erected its sign in 1943. By war's end, it listed nearly 1,000 names. Japanese American soldiers, especially the 442nd Regimental Combat Team and the 100th Infantry Battalion, became the most decorated unit of its size in U.S. history, while over 16,000 under Nisei served across the Pacific and Asia. The end of the camp. In 1945, World War II finally came to an end. Minidoka closed in October of that year. Families were released and told to rebuild their lives. But many returned home to find everything gone. Businesses had been sold, farms abandoned, homes lost. Years of hard work had vanished almost overnight. The camp itself slowly disappeared. Buildings were dismantled, sold, or reused throughout Idaho. For decades, the story of Minidoka faded from public memory. The Warehouse District. Minidoka was organized like a military post. and this area served as its warehouse district. It included a lumber yard and 17 buildings used for storage, maintenance, and sign making. With over 9,000 internees and WRA staff, the warehouses held large supplies of food, tools, building materials, clothing, and other essentials needed to operate the camp. Cellar. During World War II, food production and preservation were critical. Internees at Minidoka built this root cellar along with a cannery and pickling plant. The cellar kept produce cool in summer and prevented freezing in winter, helping sustain the camp in the harsh desert climate. Camp to farmsteads. After the Minidoka War Relocation Center closed in 1945, the site quickly transformed from a place of confinement to one of cultivation. The buildings were dismantled or repurposed, and the land was redistributed for agricultural use. Former internees were encouraged to take part in reclamation projects, though many chose not to return. Over time, the once barren desert, transformed during the camp's operation through irrigation and labor, became productive farmland, blending into the surrounding agricultural landscape of southern Idaho. Fire station to farm building. This is fire station number 1, house crews and engines ready to respond to emergencies across the camp. The Hunter Fire Department operated 2 stations, answering alarms day and night for brush fires, mess hall blazes, and even drownings in the Northside Canal. In 1950, farmer John Herrmann established a 128-acre farm on the former campland. His family first lived in the fire station until their new farmhouse was built, after which the station and nearby barracks were repurposed as farm buildings. Farm in a day. This house was built in a single day during the famous Farm in a Day project. In 1950, veteran John Herrmann received this former Japanese-American internment camp Farmstead. But while serving again during the Korean War, local officials proposed turning the land into an agricultural demonstration project. On April 17, 1952, 1,500 volunteers and 25 local communities transformed the site before a crowd. 11,000 spectators, plowing fields, digging wells and ditches, moving buildings, and constructing this entire house in just one day. Preserving the story. Survivors and historians fought to ensure the history of Minidoka will never be forgotten. Their efforts succeeded in 2001 when Minidoka officially became a National Historic Site. Today, visitors can walk through restored barracks, see reconstructed guard towers, and stand in the same desert landscape where thousands once lived behind fences during wartime. The silence of the Idaho desert now serves as a powerful reminder of how fear and prejudice can threaten civil liberties. Minidoka is more than a historic site. It is a warning. A reminder that democracy is fragile and that constitutional rights can be challenged during moments of fear and uncertainty. The voices of those imprisoned here continue to echo across the Snake River plain, asking future generations to remember what happened and to ensure it never happens again. Because history is not only about what we choose to celebrate, it is also about what we refuse to forget. So guys, that's it for Minidoka National Historic Site. I hope you learned something productive and important. Till next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye! If you like our videos, please click thumbs up for like.
Hit the bell to subscribe!
Please comment.
And don't forget to share!